Hey guys, well this isn't a usual video from me, but I want to get into karting and I looked at the Tillotson T4 series and it caught my eye because of how it's a low budget centered kind of championship where, even people with not much money like myself can get in. And I was looking at it and I am booking a test drive as we speak, hopefully. However, the one main issue with it is money. Even though it's a budget championship, I still don't have any. It's all riding on a job, which I've got lined up, which hopefully I get, but I don't really know. And I've always figured that I was a good driver, even though I've only done amateur karting races where, to be honest, in my first two sessions, on edge and not really focusing, but I was quickest when I did it with my school. That was because it was an electric kart, but because I'm kind of fat, well, I'm also quite tall as well, so that doesn't really add to my weight. I weigh about 85 kilos, so being 6 foot, weighing 85 kilos in a petrol rental car, it's shockingly difficult to keep up with the 5'5", 50 kilo guys, because you weigh 40 kilos more than them. Oh, no, you weigh 30 kilos more than them, and you've got a bit more drag on you, so you're like maybe 5 seconds off the pace, and you're like, where am I supposed to get that time from? It's just a huge disadvantage. I wish I was, slightly lighter, and I'm working on that. But with a professional kart like Tillotson as well, with the kart, you've got the more powerful engine. It's lighter, so I would actually fit into the normal weight class with Tillotson, I believe, weighing 85. Because the kart weighs what, 69, and I believe the weight limit's like 165 or something like that. I don't know. So I would fit in a Tillotson kart with my weight. And that's something that also gets me because number one, road tax is more expensive, and number two, I'd be too fat to compete in the normal road tax category. I'd have to compete in the heavyweight road tax category, which I think would kill me inside. Also, the chance to race internationally. With the T4 Nations Cup, I watched the Red Axon's video on it. I watched the live streams. I was enthralled by the fact that a low budget racing series such as T4 gets so much exposure, the international kind of feeling. And I keep mentioning low budget, it really is compared to Rotax. I mean, Rotax will bankrupt you. I mean, you spend less than £10,000, £15,000 a season on T4, whereas in Rotax you're spending upwards of £25,000 to £30,000 a year, and it's like, wow. And if you're in a top team, you're spending more than that, but privately owned. Rotax spending around 25 to 30,000 a year. With Tillotson T4, it's half that, maybe less, and it's kind of shocking, to be honest. But from what I've seen, the racing is good. The kart's relatively easy to maintain, so I can get my stepdad or one of my friends to help me out. They're quick, considering the four-stroke engines, but they have got what, 225cc engines, so I can imagine they have a bit of power in them. So that's what really caught me. I've wanted to get into karting since I was 8, 9, when my mum bought me a karting suit, and a helmet, and gloves, and we were going to start doing it, but then we ran into financial trouble. So obviously she couldn't afford to put me into a mini or something like that. But it's just these things that get me. I was supposed to start, and then when COVID started, we're all good, and COVID kind of ruined that for me because I was probably going to get into karting at some point if COVID didn't happen, and well, COVID did happen, so it kind of ruined it for me, because all I wanted was really to step into a go-kart and do some racing, but the opportunity never arose, so I never got to do it, and ever since then I've wanted to step foot in a go-kart for years, and I still don't have the money to do it, if I'm being honest with you. But this is all resting on a job that I've hopefully got lined up, working for a fast food company, which I'm not going to name. And yeah, I'm hoping to God that I get this job because I really want to start karting, and I think Tillotson's the place to go to do that. I think to myself, oh, I can make it. I can win the Nations Cup if I tried, if I had the opportunity. I can win races, and that's how much self-confidence I have. It's not arrogance, because I know that everyone there on the UK grid will have much more experience than me. Well, you know, they would have been in carts when they were a lot younger. I've only been in rentals, but I'm throwing myself in at the deep end here. But I know I have that talent inside me somewhere, and I've got this much confidence saying it out loud that I think I can win. And that's, like I said, it's not arrogance; it's just self confidence. And I have that self belief, and hopefully, if I get this job, I can start paying for it. But to be honest, I don't think that's. And I have faith that I'm going to get the job, but I don't know how I might fund it. But I'm hoping I can. I might get my family to help me because hopefully they will. Because, I asked them to maybe help funding a karting career after COVID, and they just blatantly said no. Whether it's a lack of belief in me and my ability to kart, or, whether it's just, I think it's a bit too expensive, even with both sides of my family coming together. I think it was just too expensive at the time. And I hope I can get into it. I mean, I haven't really gone over the basic costs because they're kind of hard to track down because, well, they don't really. Do they show that stuff on the website? Because I searched through the website. I'll see. But yeah, to be honest, I've just wanted to get into karting. T4 seems like the opportunity for me, and I hope that I can. I mean, people like Red Exians inspired me, and I'm gonna tag him, hoping he sees the video. But if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, am I joining Tillotson T4 for next year? Guess we'll find out. There's another reason I want to get into karting as well. I've got cerebral palsy, and there aren't many people in karting with cerebral palsy, and I feel like it would be good for the sport and for people with cerebral palsy that might want to get into racing as well. Having someone, on YouTube, 10,000 views, racing in a championship like T4 would be good. Although mine is minor, it's still a massive step in representation. Also, you've got just the sheer just drive and determination I have to just get in. But like I said, and I've said it multiple times in this video, it's just the money that's the issue, and that's the problem. It's so expensive, motorsports nowadays. It's insane, and my family aren't willing to spend £5,000 for a season in Tillotson. And I don't know if I'm going to have the money personally, but I'll see what I can do, to be honest. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I would like to be in the kart for 2025, but with the way my job's going and with the way no one, I don't think, is going to spend any money from my family on getting me into a kart, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it for 2025. But we'll see for 26, I suppose. And hopefully we can make it to the Nations Cup, eh? I've heard Tillotson's also very beginner friendly, which is good. Um, you know, every kart's the same, so I'm just hoping that I can get in. And there's also one thing I got wrong in that one in the start of the video is the fact that it costs 10,000 to 15,000 for a season. I actually did the maths. I looked up all the proper costs for things, and it's a lot less. It's just about £5,000 if you account for costs of getting there, costs of other things. And to be honest, that's pretty amazing. And well, I've looked at the build quality. The build quality is astounding, and the chassis is made by Praga, I believe. So it's not like it's lacking on any performance. So I hope to see you all out on track on the Tillotson T4 series, but who knows? Who knows? See you in the next video, which will be in another year, or unless I get Tillotson, at which point it will probably be at the start of the season because I'll borrow a GoPro from my stepdad. So see you then.